At 04:17 a.m., radar operators in the Western Pacific watched something they hoped they would never see. Bright heat signatures erupted from China's eastern coastline. Seconds later, missiles were airborne, not aimed at a test range, not aimed at open ocean, but fired toward Taiwan. Within hours, nearly 90 Chinese military aircraft crossed one of the most sensitive invisible lines on Earth, the Taiwan Strait Median Line. And for the first time in Taiwan's history, M1A2T Abrams main battle tanks rolled into active deployment. At the same time, Iran began to burn. Uprisings erupted in Tehran, Kermanshah, and Tabriz, pushing the Islamic Republic closer to internal collapse. This is not coincidence. This is not routine. This is the most dangerous moment the world has faced in years. Intro: Setting the stage. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video breaks down 3 explosive global flashpoints, all unfolding at the same time. China's missile launches and massive air incursions near Taiwan, Taiwan's unprecedented military response with Abrams tanks, and Iran's descent into nationwide unrest. Individually, any one of these events would dominate world headlines. Together, they signal a global security crisis that could reshape the balance of power. Let's break it down, step by step. Section 1. China fires missiles toward Taiwan. China has officially announced large-scale military drills under the name Operation Justice Mission 2025. But what happened next went far beyond normal exercises. Multiple missiles were launched from China's eastern coastal regions, landing inside declared exclusion zones near Taiwan. Now, let's be clear, these missiles did not strike Taiwan itself. But in military strategy, where missiles land is often less important than why they were launched. Why this matters? Missile launches serve 3 purposes: demonstration of capability, psychological pressure, and strategic signaling. By firing missiles toward Taiwan's surrounding waters, Beijing is sending a clear message: we can isolate you whenever we choose. These exclusion zones effectively simulate a naval and air blockade, a scenario many analysts believe China would use in a real conflict before any invasion. And this time, the drills were bigger, closer, and more aggressive than previous exercises. Section 2. 90 Chinese aircraft crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait. While missiles were still being analyzed, a second escalation unfolded in the sky. Approximately 90 Chinese military aircraft crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait, with several entering Taiwan's air defense identification zone. What is the median line? It's not an official border, but for decades it has acted as a buffer zone, preventing accidental escalation between China and Taiwan. Crossing it in large numbers is a deliberate provocation, and 90 aircraft in a single operation is extraordinary. These weren't just fighters. They reportedly included J-16 strike fighters, J-10 multi-role fighters, surveillance and electronic warfare. This suggests coordination for real combat conditions, not symbolic flyovers. Section 3. Taiwan responds. Abrams tanks move for the first time ever. Taiwan did not respond with words, it responded with steel. For the first time in the nation's history, M1A2T Abrams main battle tanks were observed on the move under high alert conditions. This is monumental. Why the Abrams matters? The M1A2T Abrams is one of the most advanced tanks in the world, equipped with modern fire control systems, designed to counter amphibious landings. Taiwan acquiring these tanks was already controversial, but deploying them operationally signals that Taiwan is no longer treating this as just another drill cycle. It signals serious preparation for a worst-case scenario. Taiwan also raised readiness levels across air defense units, naval patrols, and missile forces. This is deterrence, visible, deliberate, and calculated. Section 4. Why this escalation is different. Some viewers may ask, haven't we seen this before? Yes, but not like this. Here's what makes this moment unique. Scale, missile launches plus mass air incursions plus armor movement. Timing, coinciding with global instability elsewhere. Messaging, China is testing international reactions in real time. China is watching Washington, Tokyo, Seoul, Canberra, and most importantly, Taipei. The question is not whether China is rehearsing, the question is how close rehearsal is to reality. Section 5. Iran descends into chaos. While East Asia teetered on the edge, the Middle East ignited. Iran is facing simultaneous uprisings in Tehran, Kermanshah, and Tabriz, pushing the Islamic Republic closer to internal collapse. Why this is dangerous? Iran is already under heavy international sanctions, militarily stretched across proxy conflicts, facing economic collapse. Widespread unrest threatens internal regime stability, control of military units, command and communication structures. History shows that when internal control weakens, regimes often respond with external aggression or collapse. Neither outcome is stable. Section 6. Are these crises connected? There is no official evidence of coordination, but geopolitics rarely unfolds in isolation. Global powers watch moments of distraction carefully. If major nations are forced to divide attention between Taiwan, the Middle East, Ukraine, the Red Sea, the risk of miscalculations skyrockets. This is how history shifts, not with declarations, but with overlapping crises. Section 7. What happens next? Here are the most likely scenarios analysts are watching. Scenario 1. Sustained pressure. China continues drills, air incursions, and missile tests to exhaust Taiwan psychologically. Scenario 2. Escalation accident. One misjudgment, an intercept too close, a missile malfunction, and escalation becomes uncontrollable. Scenario 3. Strategic pause. After signaling strength, China temporarily pulls back, having tested responses. In Iran, either protests are violently suppressed or unrest spreads further, weakening state authority. None of these paths are risk-free. Section 8. Why this matters to the world. If Taiwan is destabilized, global semiconductor supply chains are threatened, international trade routes collapse, military alliances are tested. If Iran destabilizes, energy markets spike, regional wars intensify, proxy conflicts multiply. This is not regional news. This is global security news. Missiles in the Pacific, tanks rolling in Taiwan, cities rising in Iran. History is not waiting. The world has entered a phase where pressure is constant, mistakes are costly, and decisions are irreversible. And what happens next may define the next decade. If you want real military analysis, breaking geopolitical updates, and no-nonsense global security coverage, subscribe now. Turn on notifications because the next update may come sooner than anyone expects.